How's it going, guys? For today's video we're going to do an unboxing and assembly of the Camp Chef Pursuit. This is Camp Chef's latest tailgating or portable pellet grill. You can see, give you an overview what the box looks like. This is a transport mode and then set up there, and then you drag it around by its handles, or the legs essentially create some sort of handle here. I have it propped up on this table here. The box isn't too heavy. It's heavy, but not to where it's not manageable by one person. It's just sitting on this table. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and move this table out of the way, set the box down on the ground, and just go ahead and take the top off, and we'll see what it looks like from there. Alright, I went ahead and took the top off here. I cut off those straps here, and then the top just pops right off. You know, it just slips right off. There's no need to cut it open or whatever. Might make it easier here. And as you can see, this is what it looks like all the way in. We got one box here right on top. So let's go ahead and take that out and see what's inside here. Alright, it looks like we have our grease cup here. This is our ash cup for the clean out, fire pot clean out. Our handle that we got to install, it looks like. And then our meat probes and owner's manual and setup assembly and things like that. So it doesn't look like we have to put much together from the looks of it here. So I went ahead and just cut the tape off on the sides here so we can see it just kind of collapses like you see, and pops open like that. So it's pretty well protected from the looks of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this taken off here, and we'll go to the next step and see what's inside. Before I do that, I wanted to show you, I was going to show you earlier, but I just forgot. These are some accessories you can pick up for it. This is the Pursuit carrying bag that you can stick in. You don't necessarily need it, but I would recommend a bag just so, you know, it protects the outside finish and from the elements when transporting it and stuff. I'll probably show this towards the end of the video inside of its bag. And then if you're camping or doing anything long term, you can always just buy a grill cover for it so you can keep it covered, so you're not having to tear down or break it down. Or if you want to use it at home on your back patio because you're limited on space, you have a nice little cover there. So, but let me go ahead and pull all this wrapper and all this styrofoam off the box, and then we'll go to the next step. Alright, I went ahead and took all the wrapping off and took it out of the box here. I set it up on the table to make it a little bit easier to film. So this is what it's going to look like once you take all the wrapping and everything out. So I went ahead and pulled out the manual here to see what it wants us to do here. So it's saying to go ahead and empty this grill out. So it looks like the lid stays in place. So you just remove some of these latches here and just lift up. And it looks like we got some more styrofoam. We got our cooking grate here. Another cooking grate, it looks like, porcelain enamel coating, maybe, I don't know. That one looks like it's stainless steel or something to that effect. That might be the second shelf. This is the primary shelf. And you got some more styrofoam. Got your tray here. You can see it has the sliding grill technology. It has these cutouts here for the flame to get through. Got some more styrofoam, and we have, this does not remove, but you'll have to lift it up to remove this plastic, so I'll do that off camera. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and unwrap the rest of this, set this back down, we'll unfold the legs, and actually I'm going to go ahead and install the handle here. So let me go ahead and unwrap all this stuff off, and we'll get to this handle assembly while we're up here. So give me a second. Alright guys, I know I said I was going to show you installing the handle while it was on the table, but it made it too difficult to film, so I'm just going to go based off what the directions say, which is what you would do. You wouldn't have it on a table to begin with. I just had it on there to film. So step one is we're going to go ahead and lay it on its side, so we'll go ahead and do that. Or on its back here. And then it's telling us there's some push pins here on this handle where you carry it here. As you can see, this keeps these legs together here and creates a handle when transporting it here. So it's telling us to push this in and lift up. You can see there, and then there's another pin here that engages so it doesn't keep sliding up and down like that. You can see. Next step is it's gonna want us to extend these legs out. You got more push pins here. You got one here for these set of legs. These two are combined. These front ones here that you saw that were connected, these fold out individually here, but for this one you just got to push this in and push the one on the bottom in same location as well to extend it out. You have to do these legs, the ones with the wheels, first. If you don't and you extend these, you're not going to be able to get this one open here. So let me go ahead and set this camera back up here, and we'll go ahead and push those pins in. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to tilt it right on its the top of the grill to get this out, just because I won't be able to reach down there. So you have to push them in somewhat at the same time. If not, you have to put a little pressure on it. You need two hands because of the way they're designed here, as you can see. And then you'll need to push them again to get them to seat as well here. That's that set of legs there. And then we'll work on these ones here. These ones have push pins as well, but they're individually, one right here and then another down below. So we'll go ahead and see if I can get this one-handed. You can hear that click. You're gonna have to do it again to set that in. Let's see, bottom one here, and wait for it to snap. There. And then we're gonna go ahead and lift it up. So let me set you guys back down. I apologize for the shaky footage. I think I said that a few times in this film. So we're just gonna grab it. I just grabbed it by the handle here. In the top, there's really no good spot. And there she is, all set up. Alright, I still haven't put any of the stuff back in. Wanted to show you guys that. So let's go ahead and get this handle installed. Let me go ahead and grab the handle. And the screws are already attached to this, so we're going to have to take the screws off, and then I'll show you how to install this. Give me a second. Alright guys, you're going to need a screwdriver, just a plain Phillips screwdriver, or commonly referred to as a star. It's not a flat. To remove these screws here, there's just two screws here, and then when you remove it, this is going to come off here, and same with these as well. You'll have these, and these just go at the ends of this here. So you're going to grab this here, and you're going to stick it on like so, like this. There is no other way to do it. You can't reverse it, because then you create some sort of lip and it extends past it, and you don't want it like this. It defeats the purpose of keeping the handle cool. It creates that air pocket there here. So we're going to put this like this here, and then you're going to run the screw through this side and screw it into the handle. And then when you do that, you're just going to grab the handle with these little caps here and stick it on like so, like that, and then run the screw through that little plate and through there. So it's kind of tough to explain and show you with one hand, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll put the rest of the grill together and wrap up this video. All right, I went and got the handle in place. As you can see, you got this plate, the screw, and it's gonna go straight through the handle and these little bezels here. And then the next step is we're gonna install this grease cup. Grease cup location is on the left side of the grill, behind one of the legs here. It's hard to see. You got a little hook here. I'm just gonna hook that there like so. And then we are going to install the ash cup. Here's the ash cup, and then you just kind of get down below. You typically don't need to get on your knees or anything to install this. After a few times, but I wanted to show you here. It's kind of hooks in and then turns like so. And then the next step is we're going to grab our tray here, And this particular, there's a trowel here, or a little groove. It's always going to go on the same side as your grease cup, which is here on the left side. So grab that. Here. And then it just seats on this side here. It just seats. There's a little channel or little square here that just kind of connects there too. And you can tell it's seated in. Then our main cooking grate, which is this one, you can see it, the mounds or the grates facing up. You don't want them the other way. You can see where it's raised on top. We'll install that. And you'll see a little same kind of a square tubing channel here that just slides in. It can go on top here, but then you'll get it to fall during transport. So go ahead and just stick it in here, and it seats it as well. And it keeps it into place. It's a really tight fit once you get it. If it's flopping around, then you didn't get it within these two brackets here. This next one is our second shelf here, and there's two positions where you can put it. There's top and lower here, so depending on how much space or how much room you need here, it goes there, or you can just lift it up and stick it onto the next one. And that's pretty much it, guys. And then if you want to transport it or do whatever, get it ready for transport, you just put these latches on. You don't need to connect these latches when cooking or whatever. So there she is, the assembly and unboxing there. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to go ahead and just put the cover on. I'm not going to show you putting the cover on. I just wanted to show you what it looks like on the grill. And then afterwards, after that clip, I'll put it in the bag, and then we'll wrap this video up from there. Alright guys, I went ahead and put the patio cover, or the Pursuit grill cover as they call it, on here. It's a really snug fit. It's a nice cover. It's the same material as all their other ones here. I wouldn't be worried about this blowing in the wind or blowing off here, anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the bag for you here. One of these, the Pursuit carrying bag. You obviously don't need it, but I recommend you getting either the patio cover or the grill cover or the carrying bag. And the reason I say that is you don't need these, but it's good because if you're out tailgating or out somewhere where there's a whole bunch of rocks or anything like that, you're going to either need to carry cardboard or a cover around with you to lay it down, because the last thing you want to do is to unfold it and fold this back up is you don't want to lay it on the ground with all the rocks or whatever. You're gonna ding it up, or you're gonna dent it or scratch your finish up. So having at least one of these, or even carrying a piece of cardboard if you don't want to. For me, it's easier to purchase one of these to lay it down, so I'm not damaging the grill itself, so it's laying on something here. So let me take this off here, and I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you breaking it down because it's the exact opposite of what we did here. But when you get it ready for transport, you're going to want to take your grease cup off and your ash cup and put it in between the grates here. As you can see, this is what keeps all this stuff in from flopping out when moving around. So let me go ahead and break this down, and then just put it in this bag, and we'll see what this bag looks like with the grill inside. Alright guys, I went ahead and put it in its carrying bag. This is kind of a unique cover. It took me a second to figure it out. You're going to need to tilt this on its side straight up and down, and then slide it in on top. There is no external zipper, nothing like that here. When you're getting ready to transport it, the wheels are exposed here. Let me tilt it over here on its side. But if you're storing it and you're done and you're putting it on the shelf or in an RV or anything like that, you just unloosen this Velcro here, and you can cover the wheels back up like so. Can't really do it with one hand. And then you just put this Velcro strap there, and that's how it stores on the shelf. And then when you're ready to go, you're going to need to remove this Velcro here, tuck this in here, and then you're going to see this hook and loop kind of material Velcro, and then you'll see another one. You're gonna have to put it onto the second one here, so it keeps it tight so it's not dragging on the ground when you're wheeling it around and stuff. Kind of the same concept here on the front here. It's hard to see with this lighting, I'm sorry, but to expose the handle, you just unzip it here, and then you come in and it unzips a little bit better. There you go. And then you kind of tuck it in, and then you just grab it by the handle and you start rolling. So I'll make another video separate from this one, putting it on and off and showing me moving it around and stuff. This video is already long enough, so I don't want to include it in this one here, but I just wanted to show you the different options here. So all right guys, I apologize for the length of this. I kind of get to talking a little bit, but if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything I didn't really cover, go ahead and leave them down below. Look out for the review here shortly. I want to play with this a little bit, and then we'll see what I think of it at a later time. All right guys, thanks for watching.